Hi guys, this is Kean from Kommu. Welcome back to our channel. Today with me here is a Perodua Myvi facelift version, spec AV. So in this video today, we are going to talk about the Perodua's Smart Drive Assist versus KommuAssist. So here are the four main problems that we have realized. Firstly, the lane keep assist only pulls your steering while the tyre is already touching the white line. Secondly, you can't really feel a force that is controlling your steering to maintain it in the lane. And thirdly, there's no low speed traffic jam assist, and also there's no traffic jam stop and go. And last but not least, there is a possibility that the system could actually deactivate itself when there's no lane line or there's no lead car. So guys, the first problem that we realize is that, of course, is the lane keep assist of the Perodua Smart Drive Assist. So now we are traveling at 80 km/h with both the ACC and the lane keep assist on. And as you can see now, I am trying to, okay, my hands are always ready. Yeah, but I'm trying to let the lane keep assist do its job, which is to prevent me from swaying out of lane. And as you can see, my hands are, I do get some warnings here to ask me to hold the steering. And yes, you can see that the steering pulled itself. But then what we can see here is that, what's happening here is that most of the time, the system is only active, or it only pulls the steering when the tyre is already on the lane line. So as you can see now, right? But it does not actually always seat your car in the center of the lane. So this could actually, and it's also giving me the whole steering wheel alert. And with this kind of like, bouncing off from the left lane to the right line, this kind of scenario, we actually call it a ping pong, right? So that actually may not give us a lot of safety and convenience, especially during our highway cruise, which we turn on these kind of systems for enhanced safety, right? If let's say we were to micro slip or get tired. But with using the stock system, as a driver, I still always feel that I need to, adjust the steering and to pull it back, to keep it in the lane. So very much you feel like it only happens during like with very solid lane lines and the tyre is already on top of the line, then only it pulls a bit. So this gives me more of like a lane departure prevention kind of feature. So later we can see with Kommu how we actually enhance the lane keep assist. So with KommuAssist, now the lane keep assist is very much more active, which actually I would say 100% active, because now we are cruising in a straight line, but then you can see that even the most slightest movement, actually the system is trying to control the steering to center it within the lane. So there's no more of ping pong and bumping from lines to lines. So if we compare to the original lane keep assist, yes, even with solid lane lines, it might work, right? Like just now we've seen that it actually bumps from left to the right and then right to the left line. So that kind of scenario, we call it ping pong. But with KommuAssist lane keep assist, that will not happen anymore. So it can actually sit your car quite in the center and you won't feel that kind of discomfort. So this can actually give you the confidence and that kind of comfort where you can continue to always turn on ACC and lane keep together. The second problem that we realize is that with the lane keep assist on, although it's set on here, but it's actually not always controlling the steering. So it gives the feeling of me as a driver, I'm unsure of when, if let's say there's a cornering in front, right, when would the system want to try and even perform the cornering. So yeah, and worse is like this kind of road where there is no lane line, the system just let go of the steering, so there's no force that I can even feel. So basically what I really feel is that it is still very much of like a lane departure warning kind of thing, and it only so you can see there's a light there when it's when the steering control is active, there will be a steering light. But still, what I feel is just pulling the steering, bit by bit, and then you'll let go after that. So that is really quite scary and not convincing enough for me as a driver to always, rely on this lane keep assist. Yeah. And with KommuAssist, you can see that actually now we are doing a cornering, not a very steep one, but we are traveling at 65 km per hour. You can see that with our lane keep assist, your car doesn't sway out of the lane, right? So if I were to actually pull the steering now, you can see that actually there's a stronger holding force that you can always feel that the system is in control. So it lets you know that, because when we look at the original lane keep just now, only when the meter icon shows, that means that it's actually controlling. But for KommuAssist, it is always, as long as you have set engaged, it will always be controlling your steering to maintain it in the center. Yeah. So the third problem that we face in a Perodua Myvi is that it does not come with low speed follow in a traffic jam, which means below, when you have engaged your ACC above 30 km per hour, when you cruise below that speed, it will actually deactivate itself when it goes below 25 km per hour. Yeah, so now as you can see, we are in a slow moving traffic area, which I'm driving at like 20 km per hour now. But then I cannot really enjoy the benefit of ACC. So this is also something that we wonder, since the car already comes with high speed, or I would say with a maximum of 125 km per hour ACC, but why does it not allow us to actually use it at a low speed scenario, which should be more certain, right? The traffic. Yeah, so now I can only do manual driving. Yeah. Okay guys, so as you can see now, we are approaching a slow moving traffic, and yet with KommuAssist, the system is still engaged. So before this, when we look at the original system, when we go below 25, it will auto deactivate. But with KommuAssist, now you can transition from a normal cruise of 60 km per hour down to, now we are at standstill. And yet my leg is not stepping on the brake pedal, but it is actually holding the brake, right? So whenever the front car moves, our system will automatically let go of the brake and follow. So this is what we call the traffic jam auto stop and go. So as you can see now, the Axia in front moved and I did not do anything. It will start following. So this really gives you a bit of relaxation during congested traffic hours, before work or after work, and you can get a bit more relaxed during your exhausted drive. And in addition, because of the sensitiveness of our lane keep assist, the steering control is so sensitive that even with the slightest movement of the car in front, it can actually auto navigate. So even with the low speed follow, you can also kind of let go of your hands a bit to do some other minor tasks, like eat a bit and munch some snacks. Yeah, so that gives you both relaxation to your food as well as hands-free convenience. Okay guys, so the fourth problem that we realized is that the ADAS it could actually suddenly deactivate by itself. So for example, if let's say there's no lane line all of a sudden, or when the lead car in front of us is suddenly gone, then the lane keep will suddenly just turn off, like you see now. It will just go off. Yeah. So that part could actually make the driver not use the ADAS at all, because it's scary. With KommuAssist, our system gives you that kind of confidence to always turn on ACC and lane keep, is because our system will never self-deactivate no matter what. So if let's say there's no lane line, then it will try to look for a lead car. If there's no lead car and no lane line, it will try to look for the borders of the road, right? So unlike the original, where it could just give you it could just give you a meter light and then telling you that, oh, ACC unavailable, and then with a sound of dong, that is gone. Yeah, so that we think is kind of dangerous. So with our system, even though the driver is not focused, we come out with driver monitoring, but yet at that kind of moment, we still do not disengage the system. So this gives you a confidence of knowing that the system will always be on and it will not be gone suddenly. And yeah. Okay guys, thank you for watching our video. Let us know in the comment section what other cars you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.